Welcome to the Coin Explorer. I'm your host, Stephen Cochran. Today we're visiting one of the mints that supplies Gainesville Coins with some of its best-selling silver rounds and bars. I've brought along one of the 1,000-ounce silver bars we send to them, and today we're going to follow this bar from smelting to final product. Right now we're in the die cutting area here. This is where the designs are translated onto the die to make the rounds. As you can see here, they have lots of blank dies here. These designs will be cut into here, engraved into the dies, and then made into the silver rounds. The old way this was done, and it's still being used today, is with a rotoscope. The design is made on a great big clay disc, and then it's transferred onto plaster. This is clamped onto the large wheel, and it has a little pointer that is tracing in 3D the dips and the valleys here. This is being transferred over to a tiny little drill that is following this, and it's converting it onto the die itself. This process takes about 24 hours. This has been used for many years. Today, however, computers have transformed the die making process, just as they've transformed many other things here. The new CNC machines can take a very detailed computer model, and then using the tiny little different bits can make a very detailed die in slightly less time, but you get far more detail. Here we are in the smelter room where good delivery bars are melted down at 1800 degrees Fahrenheit. The large smelter holds 10,000 ounces of silver. The silver is pulled into cylinder molds made specifically for the next step. You can see the cylinder here is heated up to 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and they're pouring the molten silver right here into these molds. The 10,000 ounces of silver in each smelter load makes 24 of the cylinders, which we're going to see in the next step. This is the extruder room. The first machine here is reheating the cylinders back to 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit so that they're soft. The extruder machine is over here to the right. Think of it as a giant Play-Doh machine for silver. The silver cylinders are reheated to 1,000 degrees to make them soft, then squeezed through the extruder to make strips. The next step is over here at the rolling station. Each strip is run through the rollers 3 times. This custom-built computer-controlled roller is dialed to the exact thickness the rounds of bars need to be. The thickness of the strips is tested to 1/10,000th of an inch, the width of human hair. This is a very important step to help ensure the final product is the correct weight. This is the blanking press. The strips we saw made at the extruder and roller go through here, and blanks for rounds and bars are punched out of them. This thing does not waste any time. Look at the blanks just piling out the bottom. The scraps are taken up and remelted to make more cylinders for the extruder. After the blanks are stamped from the strips, they go to the rimming machine here. This is putting a rim around the blanks, getting them ready for the minting. After going through the rimming station, it's time to give our blanks a bath. The blanks are washed here in a special solution with tiny ball bearings that scrub the surface and smooth any sharp edges. After that, they're rinsed and heated dry in these machines here. Now it's time for the main event. This is just one of the stamping presses here at this mint. The blanks for silver rounds are fed into this tube here and go into the stamping press. As you can see, this is a high-speed operation to meet the demands of these silver rounds. The actual press never pauses as the blanks are fed into it and the finished round is moved out. And then it's off to the packing room. Here's where all the freshly made shinies are bundled up and sent to Gainesville Coins, ready for you to add to your stack. I hope you've had fun watching today's show. We've certainly had fun bringing it to you. Join us next episode when we review the 2013 gold and silver Somali elephant bullion coins. Until next week, this is the Coin Explorer reminding you, it's all about the shinies.